Hello, this is Raina with Lylo Crafts, and I am coming on today with episode 2 of my Christmas and July series. And today we are going to be making together these awesome lace and fabric bows. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for you to see how we can use these in projects, and I'm going to show you that next. But I'm just giving you a peek at all the different ones that I made, and we will make one together. They are so versatile and so pretty. I have a pretty nice size gift bag. This is a standard gift bag size, and I have made a bow that is giant enough to go on that bag. Isn't that so cute? Or hanging off the handles. I think that somebody could put this on their tree as an ornament as well. If you are an over-the-top person, you can get this kind of bag, which is a little bit smaller than that one, and have that just take up that whole bag. Isn't that awesome? Now, if you're thinking, well, I'm really not a present person, let me show you. If you are a journaler, look how sweet these bows look on journals. Oh my gosh, I think that just makes an awesome journal cover myself. Here is the smaller one. You can even put these on a tiny little bag. So like I made this sweet little one right here that can go on a bag. So they can go on a pocket in your junk journal. They can go on a belly band. There is just unlimited ways that you can use these. So let's take a closer look at these before we go and make one together. And this one has fabric as well as lace. I've got burlap here, I have lace, I have fabric, I have red and white polka dot fabric, I have lace scraps, I have a book page, and I used a flat back gingerbread man cabochon for that. I think that is so fun. So I have this sweet one. Look, and this is cream and white and with a bit of iridescence. Isn't that gorgeous? So again, this is just made, this one itself is made with lace and with ribbon and a little bit of trim. So sweet and fun. Here is a big peppermint one, and if you know me, I love me some gingerbread. I actually think this would be amazing in the tree, right? As an ornament in there, like your bows, like put a few of them around. I think that would be stunning there, but it can always go on a large present. And speaking of large present, let me insert here a picture of one that I made for my sweet friend, and I was giving her a rolly cart for her birthday, and so I attached it to that. So this bow is 12 inches, right? 12 inches in width. So, and it is just filled with burlap as a base, and then all different kinds of gorgeous laces and material, all different kinds, all different shapes, all different sizes. I love this one with the little pearl trims, and this is an applique, and then I just used a little vintage bead in the center. It's actually a button. I cut the shank off the back, and then I inked this little daisy with a little hint of gold just to tie in a little bit more cream into this. Now this would make such an elegant Christmas package topper, but it is beautiful to use all year around. Here is another one. Look at this. It's made with like a cream burlap or jute in the background. It has fabric there. It has see-through fabric. It's got a little bit of lace, and I even added a pinch of that fuzzy boa. Is another sweet little Christmassy red and white traditional one, and we'll make this one together. And I've got these sweet pastel. This is if you do pastel Christmas, and this time I used an iridescent cabochon, and this has a little bit of fabric as a base and ribbons and lace. So I think that is very, very sweet as well. And then I've got some two little tinier ones. And so here is a sweet little red and white one topped with a button. I tied with embroidery floss in a little bow. And all this is ribbon and a couple pieces of lace. I think that is so sweet. And then I did another one with pastel with my last of my little bit of fuzzy boa. And I've got fabric and lace and a bit of embroidery. Isn't that so beautiful, that trim? That again, Dale from Not Too Shabby Chic, and I will link her in the description below. And I do want to say thank you so much to Natasha of Treasure Books for all this incredible inspiration. I'm going to take you through a tutorial next on how to make these, and you can riff on them any way that you would like. I'll be showing you the basics of how to make this one. And if you like the content of this video, you can riff on them any way that you would like. I'll be showing you the basics of how to make this one. And if you like the content of this video, I would so appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. If you like it, comment, subscribe to my channel. I have so many more things coming. Let's go ahead and make one together. And I wanted to share just the basic supplies that you would need. So you definitely are going to need some scissors. You need some kind of string. It could be embroidery floss. I've just got this twine. It could be baker's twine, but you want something that is more thin, on the thin side, because that is what gathers your center together, and you don't want it to bunch too much. You need some kind of base. It could be fabric, it could be burlap, it could be lace, so whatever you want. And if you are making lace bows, then you'll need lace. If you're making fabric bows, you need fabric. And if you're making both kind of bows together, you will need both of those. So I've got an assortment of white laces here that we're gonna use right here, all different widths. And I've got some awesome double red lace over here. And then you're gonna need something for your center, which I am hoping that I'm gonna be able to use this peppermint. ILOVE this. Since I love me some gingerbread, I thought that would be perfect. But you know, you can use any kind of cabochon that you have. Buttons are great. I thought this little snowflake might be pretty. So any of those kinds of things. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and make one. I am going to make one that's a little bit less maybe or than 6 inches. So I am thinking this is like the most versatile size. So that's like 6 inches. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit less. And that way it can go on your packages, on your journals, on your pages, anything that you would like. I think that looks a little bit too tall for 6 inches. So all I'm gonna do is just cut this down. And burlap, my burlap doesn't rip. I don't know if burlap rips in general, but it does fray. So what I do want to do is go ahead and pull off some of the edges here on the top and the bottom. Pull off these strings so that it will fray like that. So when you've got your base piece in place, then the next thing you're going to do is use your widest piece of material or lace that you want. Now, you know what? I'm thinking this lace could be cut in half. I think I want to use this for my crisscross pieces. And I'm going to just cut this in half. I'm just going to cut right on this seam right here. So here's the thing, right? You can make anything work that you have. Yay, I love that. I'll put this here as a crisscross piece, and I'm gonna put that as a crisscross piece. Now, if they end up not quite being so even at the end, I'm gonna show you that you can so quickly even them up. So don't stress about it, okay? This is a low stress project. So I'm just gonna cut a little piece and I'm gonna put that going this way, okay? And just kind of straighten that out however you would like. And now I am going to start moving on to some smaller pieces. So one of the laces I have out is this one right here. And so I'm going to put this one sideways, and I do want it smaller than the red. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it like that and then fold it over and cut this piece. Okay, so just going to lay these down. Oops, and you know what, before you start, it is best if you get your twine or whatever you're going to use, your embroidery floss, and put it underneath so that you don't mess up your design, just like I just did. So it's best if you start with that piece on the bottom. And I would say I have a little bit more than 12 inches. And I like to do that because I don't want to run out of string. I also don't know how I'm going to use this. If I'm going to want to tie it onto a package or something like that, then I might want a longer string. And you can always cut the string off. So I tend to go with a little bit longer string. Okay, so then I'm going to come over here to this lace and I'm going to get another piece. I love me some scallop lace. I just love scallop lace. And so I'm just making this one just a hair shorter than the one on top of it. I'm just laying it on. And really that's probably enough layers that you need, which is like 6. Okay, but I also want to put one going across. And there is this beautiful one that's just on a straight scallop on here. I'm just going to get a little piece of this. And if you're wondering where you can get lace, well, you can get lace from my sweet friend Dale at Not Too Shabby Chic. I got all this lace from her, and she made this up for me like that. I just said, hey, I wanted smaller pieces of lace, and so, you know, I told her what I wanted, and she got that all together for me. Isn't that amazing? She has everything, I'm telling you. Here is the trickiest part of this. So you're going to put this, and you're going to tie it in a knot, but if you just tie it in a knot like you normally do, look what happens. It just curls up, and that does not lend itself for a pretty bow. What we're gonna do is pull, but then kind of use our other fingers to hold it down, okay? So pull and hold down. Okay, so now I've got it. Okay, and you can fiddle with it afterwards. So what I'm gonna do is turn it to the back, and now I'm gonna tie it in a knot. Okay, because this is where you want it to be really secure. So I am tying that in a knot, and I've got tons of extra strings over there. So now we're going to kind of straighten the bow into the shape that we would like. So that one's going across. I wanted this one to come down. That's pretty good, except look, this is too long, this piece, right? It's obviously too long. Here's the beauty. You just go in and trim it off. So you can fix anything after the fact, okay? So if it moves when you're pulling it tight, do not worry. I think that is very sweet. So now we got to figure out what we want to put in the middle. So that would be gorgeous. Now, I was really hoping to put this in. Cutting that to reveal my little peppermint. Okay, well, it's kind of a little bit big, I think, unfortunately. Although I do love it. I do love it. I am going to go with this little snowflake, but I wonder if I can put this little candy cane cabochon. I am going to hot glue this little cabochon, put hot glue there, and I'm going to put the tall piece sticking up. I think that's really sweet. So just push that down in place, okay? And then I'm gonna take my sweet little candy cane and try and just put a thin bead of glue on that. And I'm gonna put my candy cane right in the middle of my snowflake. Isn't that so sweet? Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope you'll try this. It's really so fun and so versatile. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.